I found out that my father was following my OnlyFans. I was hit with a realization like a cold wave crashing against the shore, the icy tendrils wrapping around my heart and squeezing tightly. It was as if the air had suddenly turned cold, with the scent of sea salt mingling with the warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee in the kitchen. In that moment, I was really hoping someone could help me work through this. I needed advice and reassurance. I started my OnlyFans account because I was young and wanted to express myself in a way that felt too big for everyday life. The content I posted was mostly sensual photos and intimate moments captured on camera. I took most of the photos in my bedroom, using the soft light from my lamp to make my skin glow. The warmth of the lamp seemed to seep into every part of me. At the start of my OnlyFans journey, I wrote a heartfelt introduction that really captured the essence of who I was. It was a mix of vulnerability and confidence, and it showed the different sides of my identity. I said I was looking to explore my sexuality and share it with others, with the hope that I could connect with like-minded individuals through this platform. I made sure that the content I posted was carefully selected, with each photo capturing an emotional state or a moment. I put a lot of thought and emotion into my introduction, which really captured the essence of who I am. It was a mix of vulnerability and confidence, which reflected the complexity of my identity. I said I was looking to explore my sexuality and share it with others, in the hope that I could connect with like-minded people through this platform. I made sure each photo I posted captured an emotional state or a significant moment in time. I talked about my passion for self-discovery and my desire to be authentic in everything I shared. I also talked about my journey of self-discovery and learning to embrace my desires. I was hoping that through this platform, I could inspire others to do the same. As the sun went down, the room was lit by the soft glow of a single lamp, casting long shadows across the walls. The room was filled with the aroma of lavender. I had incense burning in a glass holder with jasmine oil on my skin. I stood in front of the mirror, adjusting the lighting and taking a few slow, deep breaths to prepare myself mentally for what was to come. The room was pretty quiet, except for the soft hum of the lamp and the distant sound of crickets outside. Outside, crickets were creating a cocoon-like atmosphere that made me feel really calm. My skin felt warm under the soft glow, tingling with excitement. I took my time removing my clothes, each movement deliberate and purposeful, allowing myself to feel every sensation as they slid down my body. The cool air caressed my exposed skin, sending shivers up my spine. I stood in front of the camera, aware of its gaze, capturing this moment in time. The first few shots were more candid, showing natural expressions and subtle poses that revealed a sense of vulnerability. With each click of the shutter, it felt like a little bit of emotion was captured within the frame. As I moved through different positions, I could feel my muscles tightening and then relaxing with each movement, building up the intensity inside me. The room gradually warmed up, and the scent of lavender became stronger as the incense burned down. My breathing became deeper and more labored, and the air felt thicker around me. I felt more and more tense, and I was excited, but also a bit nervous. As I moved into more intimate poses, I could feel my heart rate picking up, beating against my chest with every beat. Each photo captured a different feeling, from moments of reflection to brief moments of desire. From deep thought to brief moments of desire. My fingers were a little shaky as I adjusted the camera settings, focusing on each image that came into view. The first photo was taken while I was lying on the bed, propped up by pillows with one leg crossed over the other. I had a relaxed look on my face as I looked off into space. The light from the lamp gave my skin a soft glow, highlighting its warmth and vulnerability. In another photo, I'm kneeling by the bed, leaning forward with my hands on the mattress. My hands are spread wide, showing both tenderness and yearning. My eyes are downcast, as if I'm lost in thought or anticipation. The third photo shows me sitting on the edge of the bed, with one leg folded under me and the other dangling off the side. I'm holding a small feather between my fingertips, twirling it slowly with an expression that shows a mix of curiosity and playfulness. In another photo, I'm standing by the window, with the moonlight making my skin look silvery. I'm leaning against the window frame, with one hand pressed gently against the glass and my eyes half closed. The contrast between the cool glass and my warm touch created an intriguing tension. The last set of photos were taken with me lying on the bed, my limbs splayed out and my fingers curled slightly as if I was tracing invisible patterns across the sheets. Each pose was more suggestive than the last, capturing different shades of desire, sometimes playful, sometimes intense. Each photo captured a moment of my innermost feelings and physical desires. It was a cathartic and exhilarating process that allowed me to explore different sides of myself that I had never fully embraced before. Each photo made me feel like I was showing a part of myself to others, but it also felt empowering because it was so honest. As I moved through the poses, my thighs grew, and I found myself moving more fluidly and sensually. The sensation of my skin against the sheets was incredible, sending waves of pleasure through me with every touch. My breaths became more ragged, and the air felt thicker with each click of the shutter. The intimacy of the moment made me more aware, and even the smallest movements felt charged and provocative. The room seemed to buzz with the same energy as my arousal. The scent of lavender mixed with the warmth from my body. My skin felt flushed, with a deep crimson color spreading across my cheeks and ears as I embraced this vulnerability. Each pose was more daring than the last, and each click captured the essence of my desire. Once the photos were taken, I stepped away from the camera feeling pretty good about it. The room felt a bit quieter. Now, the lingering scent of lavender and jasmine creates an air of afterglow. As I get dressed again, the warmth that had surrounded me during the session slowly fades, leaving me with a sense of fulfillment. Yesterday, after posting these carefully selected photos on my OnlyFans account, I left my room feeling excited. I selected each image with the intention of evoking a specific emotion or feeling that would linger long after the shutter closed. I hit the button. The air was filled with the scent of lavender from the candles that had burned down throughout the night, their soft glow casting shadows on the walls. I strolled into the kitchen, where the warm light and the comforting hum of the refrigerator created a cozy, tranquil space. As I poured myself a glass of water, I noticed my father's phone lying on the coffee table in the living room, the bright screen catching my eye. His phone flashed with a notification about a new update on OnlyFans. My heart started racing, and I felt a sudden rush of heat spread across my cheeks and ears. I felt a bit of moisture gather at the base of my throat, making it a bit difficult to swallow. My hands were shaking as I held the glass. The cold liquid against my skin was pretty uncomfortable. My breathing became shallow and rapid, each breath a delicate dance with the air around me. I could hear the rustling of fabric in my ears, the soft whisper of my clothes brushing against my body. I realized that my father had seen these intimate moments I shared with strangers online. I wasn't comfortable with the idea of sharing intimate moments with strangers on the internet. I felt a range of emotions: anger, embarrassment, and a strange sense of vulnerability. I wanted to get away, but I also wanted him to understand. My thoughts were all over the place as the moment got more intense. The room felt claustrophobic, and the light from the TV cast eerie shadows that danced across the walls. Like restless spirits, I stood there, rooted to the spot. The rain outside got louder, beating against the window with a steady, urgent rhythm. Every drop of rain seemed to match my heartbeat, and each thud echoed through my body. My muscles tightened and relaxed on their own, and my movements became reflexive responses to the chaos inside me. The smell of lavender lingered in the air, mixing with the growing sense of uncertainty. As the rain slowed to a gentle patter, signaling the end of the storm, I stepped back into my room. The air was still a bit tense, but there was also a kind of beauty in this moment. I knew that whatever happened next, this experience would have a lasting impact on me. The OnlyFans update notification now seemed less like a reminder. The rain seemed to symbolize the complexities of life, the push and pull between vulnerability and self-expression. As I looked out the window at daybreak, I knew that while I wasn't sure what would happen next, it was also an opportunity for growth. The rain had stopped, leaving only the faintest hint of fresh air and possibility.